I'm back again, and about time too. This time I'm in the mood to talk about TMNT, which I have been on a TMNT craze. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a big series for me. I grew up with the 2012 show, liked it a lot, but not really much else. And now I've been exploring the movies at least, because the series are heck long, and particularly the 80s and Next Mutation are hard to find. But yeah, I've been going through it, and TMNT has, I don't know, a certain timelessness, but also a distinct power in not any one of its versions being definitive, which I think helps it, because instead of versions competing with each other and kind of trying to prove their dominance, instead each show, each movie, each comic, there are a lot of comics, trust me. You ever look up like the wiki pages for like big villains like Baxter Stockman, Krang, Shredder, there's just a ton of comics. Yeah, but I don't know what to call it, but like, I guess like a no canon power, because really there's no defined canon for TMNT, and I kind of attribute that to its most early versions, the original Mirage comics, which were this parody of just really like ultra violent comics back in the day, made by, I think, Frank Miller, the guy that Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird were parodying. And then the really goofy 80s show, which, and I mean, neither one was bad, which is why I think it kind of lended this idea to like no set canon. I think certain TMNT shows and movies come close to like being like a more base turtle formula, like not having many original characters, plot lines, whatever, but like none of it is like definitive. I mean, I think the closest you could get with that is like the 2003 show, which I haven't watched, but then 2012 comes around and is kind of trying to be ish the definitive. It's got a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff, and I think maybe the best TV show. It's hard to say. I will say compared to Rise of TMNT, I think TMNT 2012 is more consistently good. Rise starts out not great, but it gets better. But yeah, I think that's great, because a lot of bigger franchises have this problem where, you know, like certain ideas I think just fall to the wayside, and just kind of, there's a lot of canon issues, like Star Wars, there were a lot of canon problems until, ironically, Disney came in, bought it, and then said, okay, this is what is canon now. This other stuff is legends. Even then they have a bit of a mess. Just a lot of plot holes. Like, I haven't been following on Star Wars news, but with the sequels in mind, which I have watched, it's kind of weird to me that Ahsoka, which is said after Return of the Jedi, for these is like, oh, Thrawn's coming, he's a big bad, and it's like, okay, where was he in these new movies? That's a problem they have. But TMNT doesn't have that, and I think it's because the first two ones, the Mirage comics, ultraviolet, very serious, stock turtles, like, good lord, it's black and white, trying to identify these guys, and the goofy, the funny, the kind of sanitized version, I guess, of the 80s. I mean, both were good. I mean, we have the Mirage comics, a lot of original ideas, characters. You know, it's the birthplace of the Turtles, but 80s kind of pushed that mainstream and helped give them a bit more identifiable characteristics. But yeah, I mean, it's, and even the bottom of the barrel stuff, like Next Mutation, the Michael Bay movies, which ironically he did not direct, he only produced. They were just, I mean, even them, they have cool ideas and like things that I like. Like Next Mutation, really shit, but it brought the idea of a female turtle, and I mean, maybe you could do that correctly, I don't know. And then the Michael Bay movies, a lot of stuff happened, but you know, I think Bebop and Rocksteady were just, they were clowns, but they were surprisingly good at what they did. I mean, it's nice to see. And then, like, Krang was just this childish piece of gum. Just, well, not actual gum, but he's just a childish alien. And I don't know, that was kind of cool. So, I mean, even the bottom of the barrel stuff for TMNT can bring in ideas, even if they were not executed well. It's not like, I don't feel like those are sitting just in those continuities forever. Now, of course, over time, you know, a lot of these characters have been sitting bottom of the barrel, but I always feel like there's a chance for reinvention and resurrection. I'm trying to think of like a recent example. I feel like Ray Fillet in Mean Mayhem. Dang it. I had not heard of this character before. Like, I had heard of all the other members of Superfly's gang, which, let me just say, I am 100. I mean, I'm pretty sure they will become the Mighty Mutant Animals. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't be. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew everybody else but Ray Fillet. But that's the power of TMNT. You know, it can bring back these forgotten characters. I mean, Ray Fillet, to my knowledge, wasn't in 2012 or Rise, two most recent TV shows. But they brought him back, and you know, I like what they did. He's a singer. That's cool. So yeah, TMNT got that no definitive canon power, which I think just helps it. With, you know, just having a boatload of ideas that I can just plop in, and it won't matter, you know, it won't matter if it breaks canon, because there is no canon. You know, versions coming on, and I think, especially with the TV shows, they've been remarkably consistent. I think on the movie front, not that much. The movie front has been a rocky road. But on TV shows, they've been remarkably consistent. Like, just 4 animated hits. I mean, they're only the black sheep of the bunch, Next Mutation, which I gotta say, I do love that name. Just, oh my god, what's this? The turtles are evolving. I like that. I like that idea. Execution, pretty bad. But yeah, they've just had 4 solid show hits with, I mean, other than Rise, I cannot think of, pretty sure 80s had 9 seasons. 23 had 7, and of course a movie to help it. TMNT had 5 seasons, and Rise had 2 seasons because the show was too obnoxious for too long. That's what I'll say about it. It's warmed up on me, but the first few episodes were rough and obnoxious, and Splinter was weird for a long time. That's enough I'll say. But they also got a movie which was really good. So I'll have to make like a ranking on like the theatrical movies. I haven't watched all the animated ones because Turtles Forever is the one that's invading me. But yeah, TMNT just has a power that just other series would love to have, and that's just nothing's canon. You don't really have to worry about it. I mean, you only have to worry about the canon within the set versions, and those come and gone. Like I said, there's a lot of comics. Anyway, that's all. Ben Xavier Gonzalez. Bye-bye.